A few years ago, I made a pilgrimage to downtown Los Angeles to visit the Los Angeles Central Library and the Millennium Biltmore Hotel on New Year's Eve, and it was quite a special experience. So I decided to do that again on New Year's Eve of 2021. It was a rainy day, and indeed some magic was in the air, which I can now share with all of you. Downtown Los Angeles is a special place. The Los Angeles Central Library is the third largest in the United States of America. The Los Angeles Central Library was the last work of American architect Bertram Goodhue. It opened in 1926 and was both an example of modern Art Deco architecture and an allusion to the architectural styles of ancient Egypt, Rome, the Byzantine Empire, Islamic cultures, and even Spanish colonial styles. The limestone sculptures on the exterior were created by Lee Lowry. The pyramid at the building's summit features a sunburst and is topped by a handheld torch symbolizing light and knowledge. Perhaps the Goodhue building's masterpiece is the high domed rotunda on the second floor. In the rotunda, you will see a sunburst, an illuminated globe chandelier featuring all signs of the zodiac, and the surrounding walls feature paintings by artist Dean Cornwell from 1933, which depict the history of California. There are 4 major panels: the era of discovery, the building of the missions, the founding of the Pueblo of Los Angeles, and the Americanization of California. The library is a Los Angeles Historic Cultural Monument and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The architect Bertram Goodhue previously created the Panama, California Exposition site in San Diego and Balboa Park in 1915. He believed that referencing history and culture through art adds a valuable intellectual dimension to public buildings. Goodhue and Lowry both worked on the Nebraska State Capitol. Outside the library are the McGuire Gardens, which have fountains and additional sculptures. The proposed demolition of the library in the 1970s led to the formation of the LA Conservancy in 1978. The Tom Bradley Wing is rectangular with 8 levels and a glass-roofed atrium, and it is named after the first black mayor of Los Angeles. The Tom Bradley Wing has 3 massive sculptural chandeliers, which represent nature, science, and the arts. The proposed demolition of the library in the 1970s led to the formation of the LA Conservancy in 1978. The Millennium Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles is 11 stories and has 1,600 rooms. The Los Angeles Biltmore Hotel was created by John McEntee Bowman. The architects were Schulze and Weaver. It also features the work of Italian artist Giovanni John Smeraldi. It is one of the first great hotels of the Western United States of America. It opened in 1923 at a cost of $10 million, about $150 million in today's currency. It was built as an homage to European palaces. The opening gala saw the main ballroom fill up with over 3,000 guests, with many A-list entertainers present. There was a 7-course meal, 7 orchestras, and even caged canaries. During the 1920s, it became the place to be, and it hosted many famous visitors, earning it the nickname, the Host of the Coast. The Gold Room was one of LA's most famous Prohibition-era nightclubs. The Academy Awards were conceived in the Crystal Ballroom, and the Oscars design was doodled on a Biltmore napkin. In the 1930s, Charlie Chaplin, Clark Gable, Spencer Tracy, James Stewart, and Ginger Rogers all enjoyed the ballroom, and it hosted the Academy Awards. The Biltmore Bowl was the world's largest nightclub in the 1940s. The Biltmore Hotel was also the last known location of Elizabeth Short of the Black Dahlia case. The Biltmore Hotel hosted such great presidents as John F. Kennedy, Theodore Roosevelt, and Ronald Reagan. The Beatles stayed in the presidential suite in 1964, and they arrived by helicopter on the roof to bypass a crazed crowd of fans. The hotel was at risk of demolition in the 1970s, but it was saved by architects Gene Summers and Phyllis Lambert, who spent $35 million to modernize it. In the 1980s, another $135 million was spent to restore the hotel to its original glory. The Los Angeles Biltmore is an elite member of the Historic Hotels of America. John Smeraldy's murals can be seen throughout the hotel. Smeraldy is also noted to have worked on the White House, Grand Central Station, and even the Vatican. He is compared to Michelangelo, and he spent nearly a year painting the ceilings of the Millennium Biltmore. The Millennium Biltmore has been featured in many TV shows and movies over the years. TV shows such as Mad Men, The West Wing, and 24, and movies like Chinatown, The Sting, and Ghostbusters are just some of the many examples. It was also part inspiration for Disney World's Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Lots of time goes into making these videos, so please hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you are new, please subscribe, and as always, have a magical day.